Yo, what's up, guys? Daniel Robbins here, and we've got the first guest on the podcast, which is Aslam Suleiman. He is an entrepreneur from Cape Town. He's 20 years old. So, yeah, Aslam, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me,
Yeah,
brother.
sure. And maybe just tell the people a bit more about what you do.
All right, so I'm pretty much a dropshipper, a trader, essentially more to say a businessman at the end of the day. What I do is I've got a gaming desktop business, a gaming tournament hosting business, and then I also do trading as well as Forex copy trading for clients that want to get into trading that might not have the best of education. Again, it is very difficult to get into trading. The other things I do is I also am on IB brokerage, so I do work with Markets.com, my recommended broker, and yeah, I think that pretty much explains everything. I'm here to just change the dynamics in South Africa and also Africa for the people that want to get into making money online.
Yeah, so you said Fortnite and that type of stuff was your first taste of entrepreneurial stuff, and that led into Evac Tech and Evac Gaming. Tell me a bit more about how you started those businesses.
Okay, so again, Evac Gaming was mainly just essentially, we'd have just subscriptions, and since a lot of people were in the Discord, the one thing was that people were signing up for tournaments and some people wouldn't be able to get into because everybody already filled it out. So we then decided to, charge people to get a better membership so that they could register in front of other people, or we had the pay to enter tournaments where we would provide the prize pool based off of the entries, and then the leftover profit was ours. And that was completely fine, bro. But when I was from 16 to 17, I was probably making 2,000 to 4,000 rand a month. And for a 16, 17-year-old, I think that was decently chump. But it got to that point, remember when everyone was saying, nah, no more pay to enter tournaments and stuff like that. So then they kind of boycotted pay to enter tournaments. So then from there, I was like, I've got to monetize what I have now. I can't keep on doing what I was doing if I want to make more money. So then Evac Tech started. And essentially the way that Evac Tech started was one of my friends from the from the community was like, Asam, can you just build me a desktop and I will pay you this amount of money, tell me the specs that I would get. And then I told him the specs that he would get, I would build out everything. And I think it came out to a profit of 2,000. So it was like, yo, I did 100%. So technically I had now sold this person an item which I didn't even have.
Yeah.
So that was my first taste of dropshipping. However, I didn't know what dropshipping was. So then I created a Discord for Evac Tech, now known as Evac Tech, but it was called PC Experts. Okay. And then from there, we would have one limited desktop, which people can go and buy it on Discord. And then somebody told me that, what you're doing essentially is dropshipping. And then I found out more about the concept of dropshipping. Then I had Noah, which was the co-owner of Evac Gaming. He was like, I can make you a website for free, so that you can put on your desktops and all of that stuff. And it obviously adds more professionalism to the whole business. So then he made me the websites, and then we had what was called the limited edition desktops, which was one desktop every single month. And it'd usually be the desktop that I was working on for that time, and I'd resell it.
Yeah.
A lot of people did have trust in myself since I've been hosting tournaments for a long time, which made it a lot easier to kind of swoop into that market. So after the website was done, we then put it onto Evac Tech, and a bunch of people were buying desktops, for which I was mind blown at the fact that I was able to sell these things without not having them in hand. So from there, I was like, this is an amazing business model, and I kept on doing it, kept on scaling it up, and that's how Evac Tech went. And we decided, okay, let's just add in graphics cards, anything gaming related. And from there, I think that was it was a new concept which I never knew about. And it's before that, I was just doing the normal olden day business where it's you have to have either, or at least that's what I thought, you had to have the brick and mortar store, you actually had to have a place of work. I never thought it was possible to make money online like this before, apart from YouTube content creation and stuff like that. So yeah, I kept on diving down into dropshipping and kept on scaling with Evac, then created more businesses using the dropshipping business model. And I think that explains mainly about Evac Tech and how I got into creating the business. And yeah, it pretty much all came from evac gaming at the end of the day. And now, obviously, after all the businesses did well, I do not care about gaming.
Yeah, of course not, bro.
I really thank my parents at the end of the day
Yeah.
for what they did, bro. Because I imagine I was trying to still become like a professional gamer. Let's not
Or even
speak-
like
let's not-
some gaming entrepreneur starting a clan. Like, nah, gotta stay away from that type of stuff.
You
bro.
had a clan, bro.
Yeah, but I'm not doing it anymore, bro.
Guys, I tried so hard to get into this man's clan, bro. I don't like,
I don't even remember, bro.
Bro, remember
It's
how
that
many?
long ago, bro.
Yes, bro. There was so many sin. Was it sin, right? Cause.
Yeah.
There was so many cause. What do you call it? Like recruitment.
recruitment.
RCs.
Oh my
There was so
God.
many cause RCs that I
Yeah.
made. I was like, dude, am I the next one up? Oh my gosh, bro.
Hey, bro, we were all 16, 15
Yeah.
once upon a time. Hey, all that matters is you're doing a lot of different stuff now, and I mean, you're making money from it. And I mean, it's crazy that you were doing dropshipping back then, but you didn't actually understand what you were doing.
Yeah.
You didn't understand the term dropshipping. You were just selling stuff that you didn't own, but you're actually doing dropshipping, and that's the business that, you know, I'm assuming has made you the most money, right?
Dude.
Or at
there's
least
so
it's
many.
like good.
It was a
good-
it was a good. It's just I don't know which one makes me the most.
Yeah.
I can't really put a because there's like again I believe in just having a lot of like forms of making money
Yes.
so that one month evac tech might make me the most, although next month trading might make me the most, or then next month the IB broker might make me the most. But also at the same time, when it comes into trading, we'll probably speak about it later. But when it comes into trading, I don't look at trading as like a, you know, this is like my everything. It's just like a way for me to get my dropshipping profits. All of the other businesses put it into trading. If I'm able to leverage like how much money I've made from the month into my trading account, then that's all good. Because trading at the end of the day is being portrayed as something that's very easy when it really is
bro.
not, bro. Really
I'm
isn't.
literally making a YouTube video about that, which I'm gonna drop in the next couple of days, which
don't
is why
expose me.
beginners shouldn't start forex trading.
Don't expose me, bro.
But I mean, I even watched your most recent video. You actually promoted to people that you shouldn't
No.
start forex as a beginner, simply because it requires funds up front, and it's not easy. It takes a long time to learn.
Stressful, bro.
So tell me a bit more about why you've kind of stepped back from forex trading, why you're focusing on your other businesses.
Okay, well, I'm still doing the forex trading, but at the end of the day, even when I started forex trading, and I was doing it for like 2 years, because now it's my 4th year.
Yeah.
I was kind of even scared to tell people that like I'm busy trading and stuff like that because of the stigma that is around it, the negative. Like, a lot of people would just instantly you tell somebody you do forex, bro, you get called a scammer.
Yeah.
Right. And like I didn't want to tell people until like I was properly profitable, and that took me 2 years, bro. And it's like drop shipping was quick because I had business knowledge. That's why I'll always ask a person before they start any drop shipping or trading. I'll ask them do you have any prior business knowledge? If they have prior business knowledge, do drop shipping. If you've got nothing, maybe go into trading. But at the end of the day, like for me, it took me 2 years. Some guys can get into trading way easier. But at the end of the day, I've kind of stepped away from it because I can just see, I just provide as much free information I can with trading. Because I can see like how some gurus are selling it off as like this get rich quick scheme and, or not get rich quick, they just make it seem easier than it is. And at the end of the day, like I'm here for the people. And like when I see the people are losing money for something that they really thought they had a dream in like making. Like it destroys my heart. So like the thing is, I will provide you as much free forex information as I can. Our copy trading is free. At the end of the day, I've just stepped back from it because like it's honestly not as easy. It's like for my 4th year in it, and like I still. Like you get paid for doing things that other people can't do. You get paid well for doing things that other people can't do. So at the end of the day, I do get paid well for doing trading, copy trading, all that things. But for the other people, like they don't understand that people in the forex industry make money from the brokers. Like I will 100% say I make money from the brokers. I make money from trading, but like it's not these huge figures like these other guys are like portraying.
Yeah.
And like unfortunately, I even had to like recently. I was like, dude. For like the last few years, even myself, I've been profitable. But like when I look at my other favorite traders, like I know actually now what you're doing. And it's like I even looked up to you, but I know at the end of the day what type of person you are. And at the same time, it's like now connecting with other forex traders. It's like, dude, so this is actually what you do. Like I'm not gonna go and expose them, but it's like, wow, like. Damn, this is how it is, bro. So at the end of the day, bro, it's like I may as well just focus on my businesses, use trading to, leverage it a little bit, teach other people, because at the end of the day, you can still make great money with
of
it.
course.
But it's the whole industry. I think it's just disgusting. Like Yeah, that's the best way to put it, bro.
Yeah, I mean, the thing, how I see it is it's a way to funnel your money from your other businesses and
Yeah.
potentially make more money, but it should not be your main thing, right?
No, bro.
It's the same thing with crypto. Like, some people will set crypto as their only, venture. It's like, I'm going to make this money through crypto. It's like, no, you should have a actual revenue producing business
Yeah.
and then funnel the profits into crypto.
Yeah, I
So
agree,
I think it's the
bro.
same with Forex.
100%. Like, people, they don't understand the technicals there, the technical analysis that goes behind it, as well as the fundamentals, the news. You have to combine all of those things together. Like, there's so much that goes into it that, like, if you actually want to be profitable, you have to put in all your time, bro. And, like, a lot of people don't have that time. And if you, as you said, you shouldn't have it that these investing / leverage trading businesses or ways to make money is your main source of income, because that's going to increase your stress levels while being in the trade so much more. Because emotion during trading is like the worst part. That's like the main issue. Doesn't matter if you can, like, your technical, your fundamentals. Apparently, the source said 90% of trading is emotional. And dude, today, even like when especially now that I'm doing copy trading, it has increased my stress levels a little bit. But, like, I'm still a little bit stressed when I enter some trades. Like, and I don't know who you are you probably have to have a massive bank account. And yes, you need to have a lot of money to actually
Upfront,
trade.
yeah.
Like, dude, if you have 100K and you risk 1,000 rand to make, 1,000 rand or 2,000, 3,000 rand, then that's fine. But most guys only have like
They're broke,
1,000
bro,
rand.
and they're using their last cents on Forex trading. Just
Literally,
because some guru told them to. It's like, don't do
I
it.
literally told guys, dude, you're gonna go into copy trading. Firstly, the best thing I can tell you is that, look, we're gonna trade the way we trade and how we always trade. But I'm not gonna tell you that you're gonna make money. Of
course,
I'm not gonna tell you that. And also, if this is your last money, don't do it. Like, don't do it. And this is coming from a guy that's literally gonna trade your money. And, like, bro, at the end of the day, I'm just happy that I have other businesses that make me cash, bro. Because, especially in South Africa, the whole industry is just cooked.
It's a bit of a mess, eh?
It's cooked.
Yeah.
It's so cooked.
Yeah. I mean, you were talking about needing to have time to invest in this, right? So are you still in university, or a lot of people will be wondering that? Have you dropped out?
So I definitely am one for education. I'm not like, I'm not gonna bash education. And again, each to their own. Some people don't need it, some people do. I think just in general, I wouldn't mind just getting my degree. I really wouldn't. So currently I am in university, Stellenbosch University. Sorry, Mom, I haven't gone to one lecture this year. But, like, I'm still in university and I can do most of my things from home. My lecturers, luckily, they do know what I'm doing. My classmates know what I'm doing. So that's, like, very accommodating at the end of the day with university, getting my degree and all of that. But, like, again, the degree I picked I meticulously picked it so that I could have time to still work on my business. Because, like, in matric, my maths teacher was like, that's something you probably, like, this is just for me, you probably shouldn't go to university if you are still going to want to continue with your businesses. And I was thinking the same. So I spoke to my parents are African, they said, hell no, you're going to university. Yeah. So I ended up going to university, but I picked an easy degree so that I can still get my degree and still continue working. So if I was doing something like a BCom Management Sciences, because I got into BCom Management and BA Humanities, unfortunately, I'm not going to be writing essays. And Management Sciences, it was just a heavy workload. So I picked the Sustainable Development degree, and I think that was probably the best decision. Because if I don't know, what did you do?
I did BCom Management.
BCom
Management. For a
Management.
year.
For a year?
And then we were gone.
Was it a lot of work?
No.
Okay.
You'd be surprised, bro. I didn't go. My mom also shouldn't be watching. I went to about 5 to 10 lectures in the whole year.
I mean, but the workload.
No.
No.
I mean, I failed a couple modules, to be fair. So accounting wasn't looking so good. But you could have probably passed it if you really wanted to.
But I mean, the workload will increase. But at the same time,
second year,
like,
third year.
At the same time, even with my very easy degree, it's like those little. Okay, I've got 5 businesses, so it is a lot of work that I have to do. But I've also delegated it to. I've got like 7 staff members now. But even when I have to put in that little hour into school, it's like, dude, what a waste. I don't want to do this. And also at the same time, when you actually run and get the experience of running your business, it's like, what am I actually like getting out of this degree at the end of the day? But I think at the end, I'm really happy that I'm still doing my degree, what I picked. And I think in a year, I'm definitely not graduating this year. No way. But I think in a year, I should get my degree.
Okay, so you're saying you have quite a few sources of income. What would you say are the top 5 that you have right now?
Top 5 would be, I think number one. I think number one would be between Hermes. I mean, selling. I'll say it right now. Selling programs to people.
Yeah.
Is like that will 100% make you a lot of cash. So Hermes. But the reason why I say this and why I'm open with it is because you can also see that I've got another, like a whole lot more other businesses that I've been running for a long time. So that's why a lot of people want to learn from me and what like we've gained in the last few years. So it'll probably be a tie between Hermes and trading. Evactech, as of now, I don't want to say too much, but as of now, there's like a threshold, there's $1 million threshold that we do in the past, but if we do scale it, it will make the most. It's just that like the whole business when it comes to Evactech is like if we go and do 5 million or so much million, you pay a lot of taxes on it, and if you stay under the million threshold, there's a little less taxes paid. There's a little less complications to it. But I think after university, we want to fully scale up on Evac. And then the party hosting business is something that I believe will definitely make me quite a good amount of money in the future. And then I honestly forget all the businesses.
Bro forgets all the ways he makes money so many ways.
Because like at the end of the day, like it's a lot of, I've got too many things to focus on that like, also another thing is with my staff members, there's 7 of them, 6 of them went to my high school. Like I've known them, like chat over there, bro. Like went to the same high school, 6 of them went to the same high school, 2 of them live in my estate. So like that's the nice thing about having people 100%. You actually know is that we can quickly have meetings all together, and like I can say we need to do this, we need to focus on that, we need to focus on that, so that at the end of the day all I focus on doing is creating content and then further like growing the businesses like Iman does with Big Day and Educate and Digital Launchpad. So back to that question, I'll definitely say Hermes / trading. Number 2 would be Evactech. Number 3 in the future will be the party business. Number 4 would be I've got a higher elevated mentorship, which is something that's very new. For now, it's probably doing me like 10 to 15K a month in profits, which started I think 2 months ago. So I think when the brand builds and my personal brand builds, that will do more. And then I think the last one is going to be Evac Gaming. I think that's most of them actually. That is most.
That's
of them.
a lot.
That's most of them.
Yeah.
How many are there, bro?
What did you say?
I've got Evac Gaming, Evactech, Evac Gaming.
Yeah. Okay.
Evac Gaming. So remember Neymar?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fortnite.
So Evac Gaming, we are definitely going back into that. So we've been like working with Neymar we spoke to Neymar, we spoke to other guys still in the space. So we're gonna go back into that. We've like created the Discord, we created the whole plan. We're just kind of waiting for all the other businesses to be settled, and then I'm gonna go fully back into Lost Paradise Network, the party hosting business, as well as Evac Gaming. So with Evac Gaming, I think that also has a massive potential in the future, because what we want to do is we want to create somewhat the same as like, for example, FIFA does for their players. We want to create in South Africa and Africa as a whole a way for Fortnite players to pretty much play professionally and they can make a living out of it. Now that might come out of my pocket for the first few months. We'll have subscriptions, but like we want to do massive prize pool tournaments, like what Mega Gamer was doing with a 100K tournament like once a year. We would love to in the future do that like every 2-3 months, so that we're on headlines as good marketing. It's like people are making really good money from Evac Gaming. So that's the way that I want to like scale all the brands in the future. And I think as of now, we're just going to have to see what Evac Gaming, Lost Paradise Network does. But I think Lost Paradise Network, we're going to have our first event in September. And then Evac Gaming, I think in the next month or 2, that's also going to be up again.
Nice. I mean, 2 things I mainly want to touch on there. Firstly, in regard to hiring people that you know. Now, this is something that I've implemented in my business, which is obviously an agency. We'll speak a bit more about it later. But basically, the two members of staff that I have are all people that I knew previously, from the actual Fortnite comp.
Yes.
And I think the great thing about that is you know these people beforehand, you trust them, you don't have to go hire someone that you don't know. So, I mean, that's great. I mean, it's even better for you that you have these people in your life, in your city, right? And you can just have meetings whenever. So if there's anyone watching who, is starting a business, in Cape Town, in South Africa, wherever, if you know someone that can do the service, like just hire them. Don't go hire overseas. Number one, you're gonna have to pay them more money relative to obviously the currency,
100%.
and secondly, there's just a better connection in between your team members, right? So it's really a benefit. And the second thing in regards to coaching and courses. So you obviously have your own mentorship, right? That's a separate thing, as well as your coaching program. And I think there's a big misconception, mainly from people in South Africa, because they see all these Forex guys selling courses, and they somehow associate them with the act of selling courses, and then assume that everyone who sells courses is a scammer and doesn't have value to offer. And I mean, myself, I bought a agency course for about 38,000 Rand from an American agency guy. Like, you'll find that the most successful people invest a lot into coaching, into mentorship, because that's the quickest way to learn information, right?
100%.
It's the quickest way to jump past your competitors. Like, I'm not sure if you're self-taught when it comes to Forex, but if you learn something by yourself for a year, it's going to take you much longer compared to someone who bought a program and caught up in 1 month or 2 months because they worked through all the information. So yeah, I mean, that's something, it's obviously not only a South Africa thing, it's a worldwide misconception that coaching and courses are bad.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's something people need to actually get past, because if they want to make money, it's very unlikely you're going to do it by yourself. You're way more likely going to do it by investing in a coaching program, getting someone who knows more than you, and then applying what they're teaching you.
100%. I think on that, I don't know what it is, because like some people, I don't want to mention names, but like from overseas, I've seen that it is 100% fine to like buy programs, but again, there are some people. That's the thing. You always get the rotten apples that are like destroying it for everyone else. So that's it. It's like nowadays you can literally just go and pick up the camera. Everyone understands that you can't make money from just selling programs. You can just go pick up a camera, record your lifestyle, and then start selling a course, right? But at the end of the day, like I know some people that literally for example, like their signals, or when they send like when to trade and stuff, they'll literally take other people's signals and then give it to others. And a lot of the things, that is at the end of the day scamming, technically, because you're also stealing from somebody else. Now, when it comes to learning and getting all the things, like when people say, why aren't you giving it for free and all of those things? Firstly, I do have like free information, and like I think people that post things on YouTube, let's be honest, if you post it on YouTube for free, you're definitely trying to just get monetized.
Yeah, like, it's part of your funnel also.
Yeah, it's part of the funnel as well. But a lot of people don't even value the free stuff. But then also when you have some valuable information that you want to sell to other people, I think that it's completely fine if you want to sell it for free. Give it for free. But it's also fine, you need to understand that it's also fine that if somebody wants to charge you for how much effort and losses and all of these things that they went through to get to the point that they like got to. So now it's like, why? I think it's also selfish on the other end. It's like, why should I give this for free? All of this information, I sit down here for so long to give you guys something that is incredible, and then you want me to give it for free. At the end of the day, it's completely fine. Yes, 100%. You can go and learn the information on YouTube for free. But the nice thing about a course is that it's all chronological order. And it's like, if they have, another thing is that we add to our programs is the opportunity to get staff help and like people that are on board. If you message me, I'm going to reply, right? A lot of these guys, if they do have a program, then they might not give their guys the best of like help. So it's a very tricky subject when it gets into like courses and all of those things, because yes, it's good, but then there's the guys that just ruin it. And
and I think Forex is kind of an extreme version, because there's way more scammers there. Like even in the agency space, there are those, as you said, rotten apples that will sell courses from other people's information, or they don't actually have the expertise, right? But I think in the Forex, it's just a lot worse. Like, dude, as far as, and maybe it's only South Africa, but like, yeah. No,
dude, Forex is bad, dude. It's so bad. Like, when it comes to Forex, at the end of the day, Forex is experience based. So the way I got into Forex, it was mostly self-taught. But again, that's why it took me longer to get to where I was. I will say it right now, dude, if I got a course, it would have helped me, but at the same time, I didn't know who to trust. You know, there's so many like fakes on the internet and everything that I don't know who to trust. I didn't know, so I was like, okay, I found a strategy, the Fibonacci strategy, and I just worked on it for like a year on a demo account, practice, lost, kept on like developing things, writing down, journaling all your mistakes that you make. When it then comes into dropshipping, the same thing, it's all experience. And when people are starting dropshipping programs, they forget to say that dropshipping is just a methodology, like which is like Shopify, all that nonsense. Then the other main part is business. You still need to be a businessman, you know, 2 for 1. Speaking to the customers, how to close customers, how to do that. That's actually the same thing as an agent. I feel like agency parts and dropshipping, like the business parts, like speaking to clients and customers, that's very, very important. Maybe even more important than like getting the Shopify store and all of those things, how to pretty much have your website look enticing, where to put colors and all of these things, the feel you want your customers to have when they get onto the mission, the goals, all of these different things are not taught by these guys. And I think at the end of the day, I mainly see dropshipping as easy because I've been in business for quite some time. So it's just so tricky. I don't even know at this point, dude. Like I see programs and it just cringes me out, dude. It just, some of them cringe me out.
Yeah, no, fair. I mean, to touch back on your funnel, let's talk about that a bit more. We were talking off cam about how you use YouTube to get people to join your program and stuff like that. So if people don't know, I run a content agency. So we've been doing some free work for Aslam, basically producing videos for his channel and helping him convert those viewers into people to join his program, right? So tell me a bit more about how your funnel has looked in terms of YouTube as well as other social media platforms like TikTok, Instagram. What's been your main strategy to get people to join this program?
Okay, so when it comes to like TikTok, I think TikTok's like the easiest for, what does it call it? The virality program,
Yep.
Application. So understanding TikTok and YouTube, they're very different. If you're creating TikTok shorts, like the way to connect well to a person on TikTok is by being authentic, showing UGC type of content is insane on TikTok. So I think with TikTok, I like to be more personal. I'll take my camera, I'll speak for like even up to a minute, I'll speak and like tell stories and all of these things. And that actually ends up being the most engaging. That's where somebody is like, okay, so this is what the person does. He actually gave me value and all of those things. If you guys want to learn more, or sometimes don't even say if you want to learn more, because you've gotten so much value. It's like, let me follow the person. Maybe they have something in their link. That's the most simple that I've been doing on TikTok. And I think TikTok is doing the best. Now on YouTube, for now, I think just giving out free programs, free courses, free tutorials, free crash courses as well. That has been probably the best funnel to get people into the programs. And then from there, we will still give you more free value until the point where it's like, okay, I want to learn the more advanced stuff. Then I will spend money on your programs. Because at the end of the day, I really don't want somebody to join, because I feel like it's going to be a waste of time for everyone. I don't want somebody to join my programs when they have no idea what's clubbing, like what's going on and all those things. I feel like on YouTube, that's the best. YouTube's the best way to get long form, the really serious customers.
People. Yeah. To also, take them from being a stranger. You just found your YouTube, let them watch a bunch of your videos, get to know what you do. And then from there, they're probably gonna be more likely to buy your program.
100%. Like I was seeing a video that explained that like YouTube is the best, as you said, like perfectly as you said. Like people just feel, if they can watch you for that long, they'll most likely, and if you give them value. I mean, if we speak about those POV videos, like that, as I said earlier, was like, it's like the worst, it's not the, it's one of the worst funnels. Because
the thing is, it's top of funnel, so it's bringing in people, a lot of new people. Obviously, they're not going to convert from that video, as you're saying.
Yeah.
But it serves its purpose. And basically, the whole premise of that top of funnel content is just to get, new people in the door.
Yeah.
And then, as I was telling you off cam, you want to create that bottom of funnel content. And that's either, what a VSL is, video sales letters. Create those and upload them to YouTube. Create client interviews with the people who've gone through your program, case studies. And if you can implement that type of stuff, bro, your YouTube's gonna blow.
I was thinking, like, as you said, it is definitely a top form. Because, like, as of now, from that video, I got a lot of subscribers. So definitely it is a good way to get people onto your channel. Like, my plan is just to post a lot of them and then do the VSL, which I spoke to you about. Then do the VSL and then redo the cycle. So, yeah, at the end of the day, if people don't utilize it well by providing the actual the actual value, because in a POV, you won't really give them value. You won't be like, okay, guys, look, we now at this restaurant. By the way, drop shipping is like, no. like at the end of the day, it's just for
Views,
entertainment, views, and
Yeah.
entertainment. So definitely, you have to think about ways to funnel it. Because like I'm looking at Daniel Dallon's YouTube and his school community. I don't want to like. Maybe the numbers are way better, but like if I'm looking at his school community, I think he's got like 4.4 thousand people in his community, which is free.
Yeah.
But he had done probably over 500,000, like a lot of views. So I don't know. What do you think about 4,400 in a school community?
Yeah, it's definitely not a lot when you compare it to other people who have the same view counts, right?
Yeah.
But that's obviously because he's not including CTAs to it most of the time.
CTAs?
Call to action.
Okay,
So he's not
yes,
directing people
yes.
from his videos to go join his
Yeah,
school. Even
that's
if he
true.
does, it's like a side thing. He's not directly trying to sell people to join his thing. And I think that's the
Yeah.
difference between someone who's uploading content just for the sake of entertainment
Yeah.
versus someone who uses YouTube as a business asset.
Yeah.
And I think that's where you can use it, right? You can use it to not only produce this entertainment content that people can enjoy watching, like the POVs,
Yeah.
but then also mix in the conversion content, as we were saying, that are going to get people to actually go from ice cold to joining your program. So
Yeah.
that's social proof, basically showing people that have gone through your program, gotten results, and just uploading that to YouTube.
Yeah, because I think at the end of the day, like that's perfect said. I like to give the value, but at the same time, I also don't want to just be like a guru type of
Yeah.
thing, you know? I still want to be entertaining on YouTube. I still want to give the value. So now that these POV videos came out, it's like perfect. Like I can still enjoy making content. Whereas like I want to sit and like stress about the script and what I'm saying. And make sure to say that. Make sure to say this. It's like okay, people can see a more authentic side, which might help. Probably will help. And then
Definitely.
going into the VSLs like later down the line, I think that's fine. But at the same time. Like there are a lot of fakes that are doing these POV videos. Well, not fakes, but like there's people that don't generally have other content apart from this that I've seen. Like they are still trying to funnel into their like programs.
Yeah.
When then you go into the YouTube and it's like, well, there's no other reason for me to believe that you have a business apart from you just like recording your daily life and putting POV, making a thumbnail.
Yeah.
Which got into me making like a whole 15-minute video of like, these are my businesses. This is like what I do, so that when you look at my content, you can at least go over here and see that, okay, this guy's actually doing something. Because at the end of the day, with these POV videos, they're quite expensive, like to maintain, because you have to go and like make the content. You have to go make the content sometimes means like you have to spend more cash on it, the videography, the editing, all of those things. So at the end of the day though, I'm enjoying the POVs. It's like a new concept, which I don't know how long it will last for, but for now we're gonna ride the wave.
Yeah, I mean, the great thing about them is that even though, they're fun, they also play a role in the business if you use them right. So it's not like you just spending this money on these people and, paying your staff just for the sake of having this entertainment, content. You're actually doing it for the sake of the business because it's getting more people,
True.
On your content, on your business.
True.
And that's, a great benefit. You've spoken a lot about business. I want to ask you, like, in general, what's your motivation to keep going in business? And also, who are some people that you look up to, whether it be Iman, Jordan Welch, some people like that? Who would you say your biggest heroes, let's say, are in the space?
Okay. So my motivation to keep going with business. Damn.
Make more money.
100%, 100%. I think that's the question. Let me say my motivators first. I think my dad's my motivation. Definitely have to say that. From like the position that he came from, I think what he's done in business, I think I always looked up to him as a child. And then the more influential guys, I honestly, like, I look at other guys' content and I'm just like, yo, this is very cool, but I don't see many of them as my inspiration. Like, I would say Iman Ghazi was, but, Iman Ghazi, but like, damn, he is crazy. Like, at the level that he's at his age, he's insane. But honestly, when I think of other people, like, I couldn't think of any other inspiring guys.
Or maybe not inspiring, just people who you think in the industry are very, they know what they're talking about. And there's someone who's, when they talk, you listen in regards to Forex or dropshipping.
I think as of now, like, okay, I think this is my lead into everything, is that my inspiration and my motivation is I want to be considered my own person. Like I want to be the inspiration for other people. So I definitely still see other guys like as creators, what they're doing, and like Iman Guys I see as like, wow, this is really cool. But at the end of the day, I kind of like, my goal is to be the one, like the next Iman, and that's just my goal. It's not even the money. It's I think I always say it's like the legacy. So that's why I'll start, you know, the charity and the businesses and all of those things, because of the legacy that I want to leave. And in the future, I think that to help the world with maybe just, you know, helping with charity and all those things, that would be the best thing for me. You know, changing the narrative of like Forex. Also another big reason I keep on pushing so hard is to show people, like in South Africa especially, that like you can make money online. And I think when I look at like poverty and all of these things, that's why I literally will try my best to give like free information.
100%.
Is that like, I know that if I can teach one person and they can change their lives, they'll teach the next person and they could change their lives. They can teach their family members and they can change their lives. And I think that if it starts off somewhere, and like obviously many other guys are doing it, but so I just want to start somewhere and like keep on expanding. And it's going to be an exponential move that like I've helped 10 people and 10 people go help another 10 people. And like, that's all I want at the end of the day. So I think inspiration, I can't really drag.
Fair. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, a lot of people in South Africa, it's not actually that hard to get started in these things. Like, whether you do what I do, which is an agency, whether you start drop shipping, Forex, all of these, you know, online money-making methods, they do work, right?
Yeah.
It's just about knowing what to do and having someone to help you do that. So if you can literally help, you know, have a program that teaches 50 people and, you know, you change their lives, that's meaningful. And that's something that, you know, you should look to do and, you know, be grateful and happy that you're doing. So, yeah, it's definitely something in that.
And I think also, like, I personally believe that if you serve other people will serve you. So if you provide people with the best information, the best this, somewhere or another, either through getting paid or, you know, other ways of recognition, you'll still benefit from it. Even if you're doing everything for free, you will still benefit from it. So
100%.
I just look to give the best service to other people, and I think that a lot of these dropshippers, traders, and all of these things in South Africa, not all of them they always think about themselves first. So like, the only thing I do is to serve other people, give you the best value, and at the end of the day, if you think that I've done something positive, you'll tell another friend or you'll enter a program, and that will help me at the end of the day. So yeah, I think that's
cool. What would be your advice to young guys starting out in business?
Advice is be original. Like, be original. Like, I see so many guys, in fact, I think I had like a little downfall in my businesses when I tried to copy. Especially like on TikTok, for example, when my TikTok was going up like this, I started to copy and it instantly goes down. Business, I started to copy, you know, what another gaming business is doing, it goes down. I think that being authentic and being yourself at the end of the day will be a whole lot more beneficial to your businesses because it makes you stand out from other people. So, you know, seeing all these like Iman Ghazi stands and like copycats, it's like, you know, it will work for a little bit of time until it all crashes. You know, it's like we kind of connected. When they stopped to do that, then it's like we kind of connected you because you were doing what this guy was doing. So like all I want to do at the end of the day is be my own person. That's why I don't want to be called like the next this. I want to be my own person. And that's why like I'll go and do, like I'm still doing sports and stuff like that. Like I want to be known for just being different from everybody else. And I think for other guys starting off is be different. And with that being said, is especially with drop shipping, a winning product might not be, for me, might not be the winning product for you. And I think that's a lot of things. Like when you look at drop shipping, guys will be like, these are the winning products. That literally is like, no. Remember, I'm selling gaming, their sort of things. Like that was my winning product.
Because you knew about gaming also that allowed you to succeed in that.
Exactly. I'm not gonna go sell toys because that is what I had passion in. That helped for me. That worked for me, and the way I trade works for me. When I copy other people, I start to lose. So yeah, being authentic and think outside the box when it comes to business. Like a course, the course, which is another thing. That is what I want to say earlier. A course is there to give you the groundwork. Like to like set you and give you the normal information. Now you need to go and think outside the box. Like, what am I going to do with this information? What am I going to do to make money apart from learning what this guy's taught? Because this is definitely not going to work for me, right? What they're already teaching. So, I mean, if I make a dropshipping program about how I got to here with my gaming business, like that will teach you, okay, this is how we did, this is how we spoke to customers. But I like glasses. Like, I like the way glasses are made and all of these things. Maybe I can do it like this because I know a niche in this space and I can speak to clients because I know more about that than what he was doing. So I say all the time, just be original, don't copy.
And I mean, that also, goes into the thing about people buying programs and then expecting to automatically be successful. Like, just because you buy a course or a coaching program doesn't mean you're guaranteed the results, right? You as an individual then have to, go problem solve.
Yes.
You have to go figure out how you're going to make this work. They're just giving you the information, then you have to go figure it out, right?
Yeah, that's a lot of, like, people don't understand that. Like, and I think that might be the main reason why courses are so looked down upon, is that you think you're going to be exactly like this person, which at the end of the day, it might be like our faults, but nowadays I'm really trying to tell people like I say like my programs are here to fast forward, exactly what you said. Fast forward to the mistakes that I made, to all of the things that I made, and this will allow you, not 4 years, you can understand what I did in 5 months, and like you could be better than what I was in like 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, that's the biggest differentiator between people that succeed and those who don't, is can they take this information and go figure it out themselves, or they're just gonna use what's there and only stick to it like a rule book. Like, no, business is always moving. There's always going to be problems within the business that you're going to have to figure out. And the course isn't always going to, have the answer to that.
I think like even when my customers ask me like, Asim, I need help with this, it's like, it gets to a point, like, I'm obviously not being rude to them because I'm a mentor at the end of the day. I'm like, bro, look, like, you have to understand that as a mentor, I wish I had a person that could, like, every time I had a problem, I could just go and message them. But unfortunately, that's what a businessman is. You have to adapt. You have to be there to correct your mind. I'm getting child over here. But you have to be able to adapt and change and understand that, okay, like, there's something new in my industry. Like, I need to now change the product offering, or, I need to go with the trends to quickly be where my competitors are at. And that's something I literally cannot tell you. Like, I don't know.
Figure it out themselves.
You have to figure that out. Dude, you can't be spoon-fed everything. Like, you really can't be.
100%. So basically, the premise of this podcast is obviously how to make money, right? And that's why most people are watching it. They want to know how they can start doing this for themselves.
Yeah.
So you've obviously got a lot of businesses. Where do you see them going in the next 4 years, and how do you plan to get there?
Okay, so it's a good question. I think in the next few years, like, apart from like wanting to 10x, maybe making in the next year like 500K a month would be great from all of the businesses. But at the end of the day, what I do with my businesses, and that's why I always like make these websites to try and, like, show a portfolio of businesses, is that I want them to be big, I want them to be known in the whole of, at least South Africa to start off. I want each business and like a lot of people to know that, okay, maybe not like Asim's the owner of this, but I want people to know that Hermes Academy is this, or Evac Tech. If you want to go get a desktop, you go to Evac Tech. I want them to be not household names, but like known around South Africa. And again, I do this for passion. So I think the more people that I can employ, another thing is employing people into the business and seeing how they grow. And I think, okay, cool. For a lot of people here, they definitely want to know figures, for example. I definitely would like to, in like the next 2-3 years, do a mil like a month in rands. That'll probably be my next big goal. And how I'd get there is I have got like this strategy, which is simply when it's using Q4. This is something that I don't really speak about much. Is that I usually focus from January to about October Q4. I will focus on getting all that money and spending it on growing and scaling during those periods. Because I've seen in the last 4 or 5 months, I will have an immense growth in income because of Q4, just the general. And everything I made throughout the year, like every single thing, I will double it just by doing nothing. So this year, what we're doing is, dude, I'll get money as instantly it's sent out to grow a business. More staff members, better equipment, better this, better that. To the point where in Q4, it's like, dude, I don't even know what to do with this money, like type stuff. So I think for now it's just to scale in those periods of times, and like I think for other guys that are getting into business, they need to know that if you really want to grow a business, you need to be ready to lose money, like
And invest money back. Into
invest
the
money
business.
back. I think a lot of people don't understand that like you gotta lose money, like you need to, like it's not all sunshine and rainbow, bro. Like I've been doing it for 4 years, and like you think you've got it, but then like some other unexpected thing might come across, and like you need to quickly spend a lot of money and then somehow get it all back. And when people usually quit when they lose all of that money. And I was going to say that like when you're building your business, understand that you're going to go through low points, like really low points before you start to see things progress again. And be fine in investing money. Don't take everything for yourself because you'll just end up wasting it. That's a personal thing that I've realized in the past. And that's why like now I would just, instead of me wasting it on like myself and doing stupid things, I would go and pay it somewhere else for the business that will help me in the future. So I think that's probably about it with that question.
Yeah, I mean, people don't realize how much you actually have to invest back if you want to grow a business, right? So even if you want to acquire more clients, like I've had to do recently, which is, you know, I've launched cold email, which is obviously sending out automated emails to prospects, and then you have to go pay more, you know, to buy the software, to buy the leads, all this type of stuff. Like non-stop in business, there's more stuff you're gonna have to buy, right? People think that you just get this money and then, you know, it sits there and you're making all this passive income. It's like, if you want to scale a business, you have to invest money back into it, and you have to understand that, you know, it's never going to stop.
Yeah,
no matter what stage you're at, you're going to have to put money back into the business.
It's a tough pill to swallow, bro. Because like I'll be spending so much money on like get a gimbal, and then Chad's like, dude, we might need a microphone.
Yeah,
like, oh
never stops,
bro.
bro.
Then we might need to do this to scale up. But at the end of the day, it's part of the journey. Like, I think building and going through those losses is like, and getting back up, that dopamine when it's like, yes, I did it again. It's like unbelievable, bro. It's really unbelievable. But again, that's like things that people don't talk about. And that's just like the hard truth of being a business owner. And if you guys are thinking that like a 9 to 5 is easier than this, I mean, what would you say? Like, I think there's more work, more hours.
More hours, but you also have more freedom here.
More freedom, for sure.
It's amazing. Like we both work remote, right? You don't need to go into anywhere. You just work from your laptop.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
That's the best part, I think, at the end of the day.
Yeah, 100%. Aslam, I appreciate you coming on here, bro.
Thank you so much.
If there's one more, you know, thing that you want to say to the people, what would it be? And also tell people where you can find them, where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram, Bassam Suleiman. You can find me on YouTube, Bassam Suleiman. You can find me on Fortnite, Wraith _easy.
Go send them an epic request.
I think that's a wrap, bro. That's about it.
For sure. Appreciate you, bro.